All right, yo, what's up, guys? I'm Alpha Delete, and welcome back to our Devouring Swarm playthrough that we are resetting today. And so, if you guys watched the stream yesterday, we're gonna consider that a test run. But in today's stream, we are going to attempt to devour the galaxy with our Apex Empire here. And so, let's take a quick look at it. Frankie Beans, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, my friend? And here, guys, in my Discord, we allow players to create their own empires, and all of these empires you're seeing on the left side that have this bird icon with this lock on it, these are all custom empires that have been made by members of my Discord channel. And today we are going to be beginning a new game with the Apexian Swarm Empire. And so, great, just got done streaming and working. Nice, how'd it go? But yo, here we're going to be playing with a Devouring Swarm, and we're going to go with organic reprocessing. We're Jesselt Consciousness. We're playing with the Hive species, of course. And for our Apex species, we're going to have the Hive-minded traits, the Argarian Rapid Breeders, and Unruly traits as well. And for our origin, ladies and gentlemen, we're playing with the Progenitor Hive. And so I made this whole origin thing here that we're going to read when we start our game here. And just a heads up before we start, guys, all DLC is active. And so I think I might be a bit behind on the dev diaries. I know one came out either yesterday or 2 days ago for the update. And so I just went ahead and updated it now. But yeah, nice. Yo, congratulations. It's always fun getting those for the first time, but keep at it. Just keep going. And you know, you never know. You might grow something bigger than what you had ever planned. And so for me, man, we can go into all that, but for now, let's try and get our game going here and selecting our Apexian Swarm. And we're gonna not tinker too much with our game details here because pretty much I want this to still be the same way that it was yesterday. But yo, congratulations again, Frankie Beans, for getting some growth on your content creation there. Guys, outside of that, I'm just going to point out some of the smaller things here that, or maybe not smaller things, but some of the bigger details that we're going to look at. Our mid-game start year is going to be in the year 2275. The end-game start year will be in the year 2400. And then after that, our end-game start year is going to be at 2600. Our difficulty, I'm keeping at Admiral, the scaling difficulty. We're going to turn that on. What? So I was just talking about this in another channel about scaling difficulty, and someone asked me if I was playing with it off, and for about the past like maybe 20 of my past playthroughs, I've been going up against such stronger ships, and I'm like, what in the heck is the AI doing that they're getting these ships to be so strong so fast? And this whole time, I've been playing with scaling difficulty. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Oh man, right on, Frankie Beans. But yeah, oh my goodness, guys. We're putting scaling difficulty to mid-game because this whole time I've been playing with it off, and I remember I kept asking, like, how is the AI this freaking strong this early on? And honestly, yeah, wow. I can't wait to share this with the Discord. So scaling difficulty set to mid game. Our difficulty adjusted AI modifiers. I'm going to look at this because I usually don't look at these settings. I thought they were good, but it says here that empire-wide economic modifiers are multiplied by difficulty bonuses for AI empires. We'll probably leave this off. Yeah, and see, I did a Grand Admiral playthrough recently. I survived. But Jack, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Sorry, your name and Frankie Bean's name are both purple for me right now, and so it's kind of hard. If I get you guys mixed up, just let me know. So Grandma Pork asked, wait, does scaling difficulty off make early game empires stronger? So when you have it turned off, they're going to start with their full difficulty settings immediately at the start of the game. And so they start with all the bonuses right then, right there. In yesterday's stream, I got completely annihilated by an empire, and I was building a lot of ships. There were a couple of mishaps. I went back and rewatched it. I also saw some really wonderful comments on that video, very supportive. I love this community so much. Guys, yes, we've been playing with the scaling difficulty off. So they've been starting with these bonuses that just make them ridiculously stronger. And I'm just now realizing that I've had this turned off for like maybe the past 20 games, maybe 30 games. I'm not even sure. And each game that I start, I'm just like, yo, these guys are just like way too strong for me. And so, yeah, I got you there. We'll crank down the sound just a little bit there. But yeah, holy moly. We're gonna turn that off. What turned off? So the scaling difficulty, I had this turned off, Thrumbo number 5, and we're gonna turn it to mid game. But this entire time I've been playing with scaling difficulty off, and so I'm actually curious to see what this is going to do to the game for me now. Maybe I could play it a little bit better. We'll find out. I'm not sure. I'm not going to jump the gun there or anything. Outside of that, guys, I'm going to keep the rest of this stuff all the same. Empire placement is going to be random. The abandoned gateways will be set a little bit lower. Empire placement clusters is good too. Clusters. I like mine on random. So I've played on clusters before. I mix them up a little bit. So, no, yeah. I do know I like clusters too. I like for my galaxies, I like for everything just to be completely random, and I don't like knowing what I'm getting into. Also, guys, if you want to know more details about the Empire that I'm playing with today, exclamation point Empire, and you'll get some details on what we got. Yeah, for Devouring Swarm, you're gonna want to be by yourself for a while. And so I got some really good tips from the Discord, and like I said before, my last stream, you guys gave me a couple of people gave me some wonderful comments that helped me out a bunch. I had a conversation this morning with a really cool content creator about how they built their ships and things like that. And so the thing he told me this morning is, we'll talk about it later, but right now, guys, we got an origin to look at. And so the Apexian Swarm, my devouring swarm species, it says that in the beginning, the progenitor was life on our home planet. Rihi was harsh and competitive, yet still the mighty progenitor expanded its territory. Running such a vast dominion soon grew untenable, so the progenitor created the first offspring. In time, it became apparent that the offspring could not manage alone. In turn, they produced menial drones to assist in taming our home. Now, as we took to our first tentative steps across the Neri system, this is my current home system, our progenitor sequestered itself into a specialized nest. Now, endowed with greater streamlined control, we are now ready to spread our progenitor's influence to all the stars of the galaxy, for the progenitor was, is, and will be. The Apexian Swarm will see it so. That's it. Frankie Bean says, not till 5 months ago, I didn't know I was able to modify my ships, customize them. I mean, oh yes. And that's something that we've been kind of tinkering with a little heavy in our past couple of games here. And we will be doing it in this playthrough at some point or multiple points in the game today here. And so let's go ahead and begin. First things first. Oh, I forgot to change this, but we were going to switch our desert world to a planet that has more food, but we'll see. We turned up the amount of pre-FTL species in hopes that we can find more of them and invade them early on. But guys, first things first, let's go ahead and start by selecting our technology. And so right now, all my resources look a little low. Like, I mean, I know it's the early game, things are just getting started, but I want to have more. And so for physics, we're going to jump with global energy management first to get some more energy credits. Once we build the energy grid building on my worlds, until then, we'll just have to suffice with generator districts. There we go. And so for society tech next, can't beat that pop growth modifier. And so genome mapping is up next for our society technology. And then for engineering, the basic strike craft. This is a component, but the carrier operations in particular, it unlocks a starbase module, the hangar bay. And so that we'll be using to hopefully get our hands on some more food in the meantime while we look for other species to devour. Now for my science ship down here, we're going to go ahead and begin surveying systems, and we're just going to see what's going on. Let's see here. You know what? Better yet, I'm probably going to check out this cluster of systems first. I want to start off surveying some of the choke point areas, and so we'll start with this one first, and then we'll jump over here and survey that one, and we'll see what is out there in the galaxy. In the meantime, though, there's not much I can do with my construction ship. Let's take a quick peek at our species. And so here's our anthropod, the apex species. And again, guys, we have a desert preference. Actually, we already looked at most of this, but yeah, here's my species. Here are their traits. For our governments, we'll look at this next. We have the hive god, Karba. This is our ruler, the immortal apex species. And so, yeah, this leader here has a naval capacity and immortal trait modifier. And they are also an admiral. And so I want this to be just a full-blown, if we're going a total war empire, yes, we will. Reject the hive, embrace the megacorp, and that turns Xenos into food and is thanked for its contribution to the Galactic Society. Old Man Mordaith, guys, look, if you like Stellaris, check out Old Man Mordaith. If there was a way I could tag you on my YouTube channel, I would. I've learned so much from this creator here. Right now, I know they've been playing some Crusader Kings, but the next Stellaris run, I'm going to say, is going to be much anticipated. All right, we're looking forward to it. Old Man Mordaith, hopefully you're having a wonderful. My days are all mixed up. It's Memorial Day week, or we're coming off of Memorial Day week, so I want to say today's Tuesday, but really it's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? It's Hump Day. Holy moly! And so yeah, it's Wednesday here. My trash day got pushed back a day. And so everything just kind of feels off this week, but not the Stellaris though. I had an update that I downloaded before the stream here, and so I didn't look into the dev diary for this patch. But guys, if you looked at it, what kind of features are you looking forward to with this next update here? Next run will be after CK3, but I'm really vibing with CK3 right now. Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. I dig it. I like CK3, but right now, I feel like the way you're feeling about CK3 is how I feel about Stellaris. With all these characters and all these traits, and I mean, I'm still kind of figuring this thing out myself, but it's some pretty sweet stuff, man. I like it. I still feel like I'm learning new things every time I play the game, and so that's one of my biggest pulls to this game right now. Is just, I'm not the best player by any means, but I'm just constantly learning something and trying out different empires and builds and things. I love Paragon, so good. Same. Guys, let's go ahead and start here. And so in our council, our current agenda is infinite opportunities. While it's being initialized, the amenities are being increased by 4, but once we launch this agenda, we'll get plus 10 amenities on our planet. And that is going to be our next thing that we look at here, is our home world Rihi. And so right away, one thing I want to point out, we have a offspring nest. And with the species that I'm playing with in particular, these offspring drones that come from this nest will be increasing amenities and monthly organic pop assembly. It spawns an offspring-led army, and it provides a 10% increase to Menal drone output. All right, and so one thing I did not realize, playing with a hive species, I'm not sure if I have a building that is doing this or if hive species just do this in particular, but we're growing and we're assembling pops at the same time. And so, I wonder if this is coming from the nest. Let's see what we got here. And so yeah, it said that it does the breeding pet, the pit or something. Bios can do it too. I was not aware of that, Jack. The spawning pool. So all I have is a hive core, a synaptic node, and an offspring nest. But I mean, this. Wait a minute. It was the nest? So Mordaith says, nah, it was the nest. It grants pop assembly. Oh. Well, that I didn't know. I didn't know that playing with hive species. That is one of my favorite things about playing with like robots, or in our last case, we had the assimilators. And so, yeah. Being able to have organic species and robots both being made and grown at the same time, that is one of my favorite things about species in Stellaris, is being able to like just really go crazy with pop growth. Another thing too, Old Man Mordaith, we were talking about earlier in the stream, is that I've been playing with scaling difficulty off. And so that might be explaining why some of my games I've been just getting completely annihilated. But I mean, again, though, I need to get good. So we're going to go ahead and try this out now. We got our science ship plotted out here for a course to survey certain parts of the galaxy. Let's go ahead and sell some resources here really fast, and we are going to buy some minerals. That way I can get my first building made on this world right away. It is your nest, mostly pop assembly in the tooltip. Copy that. Copy that. And so guys, for starters, I'm going to go for some alloys. I want to get an alloy refinery up, or a foundry, not a refinery, a alloy foundry building up here. And I need about 100 more minerals. And so just kind of flipping this right over there. Boom, there we go. And right away, I just want to increase my alloys per month, especially since right now I have 17 food that I'm bringing into my empire per month. And so with this, I'll be able to convert some of the food into alloys. All right, and so we got our game started here, and I want to make sure that I've kind of looked at everything that I need to look at right now. Let's go back to our government tab, check out these policies and edicts. And for starters, for our diplomatic stance, it is currently set to hunger. And so since we are a devouring swarm, yes, we want to eat, we want to feast, and now my scientist is in the Lai system. And it looks like right now we currently see no habitable worlds nearby just yet. And so while we wait for that, I'm going to see, looks like we're going to need a handful of minerals here so that we can start building. You know what? We're going to do something a little different here. Let's go right to my fleet manager and let's go ahead and change up some designs here really quick. And so one thing I was talking about, and I actually want to experiment with this a little bit, we're going to jump to our corvettes here, and instead of having two small deflectors, let's check this out. And so armor hit points are increased by 100, where the shields have 75 shield hit points. And so for starters, let's go with nano composite armor for all my components, and we'll see what happens with this design here. We're just going to do some experimentation, and we'll save this for now. And then I'm going to make another design, all missiles. We're going to kind of repeat the same thing here. And then lastly, we'll have one with all lasers. And I'm doing this just so that later on, I've been saving over my same design. All right, so here we go. We got to change the name on these. Sorry, rookie mistake there. I'll just put laser on it. So this will be my laser corvettes. The next one will be my missile. We change the components, just change the name. And then the third one will be, I always put kinetic or just Ken so that I'll know for short with our mass drivers. Or I'll just put mass. There we go. All right, so here we got 3 different designs, but for starters, we're gonna go back to our fleet manager here. Let's go to our adding ships to this current fleet that we have. And right away you can see that I have an offspring corvette. And so we're gonna look into why this is going to be important for my fleets, for my planets, and things like that in a moment. But first we're gonna add just one more of those. And let's start adding, we'll have 5 of our regular corvette class ships. Then we'll add, let's see here. I wonder, do my regular corvette ships have the, they have the missiles. So that'll be my missile design ship. We'll have 5 of those right away. I'll add, we'll do 2 lasers and 2 of the kinetic weapon corvettes as well. But for starters though, I want this, we're gonna go kind of slow into combat and things like that. And I'm gonna see how well we do with mostly missiles being equipped to my ships. And so we'll go ahead and reinforce as many ships as we can right now. And it looks like we'll probably only be able to build 2, but I'd rather get a head start of those now, just in case. I'm a little scared after our last game. I'm like, you know what? Let's just build as many ships as possible here. That way I can defend myself early on in case we're attacked like we were in our past games. And so another thing too is we're going to be avoiding any first contact protocols in this run. And for now, we'll be passing up on situations until we can survey some more of the galaxy and find, right now, our main objective is to look for some planets. And then we're going to be looking for choke point systems as well. And so up here, I'm seeing the potential for a couple of systems that look like they could really be worth taking here. I think for now we're going to go ahead and continue surveying this system here, and then we're going to move in this direction next, because this system in particular has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lanes going into that one system. And so next up here we have a tradition available, but yeah, that system there in particular would be very nice to capture, and so, or to expand to. For our first tradition, guys, in my last game I went with, I believe it was Discovery, and while I usually like to go with that, this time around, hi, this is Frog. Hi, this is Alpha Young Elite. How are you doing today? We are going to go ahead and select the Supremacy Tradition, and right away I just want to try and get a head start on getting some more naval capacity, which now we're at 55, and I don't know if you guys saw this here, but we have a new council agenda available, and so as soon as this Infinite Opportunities agenda passes, we're going to jump over to military buildup, and we'll cross this bridge when we get there. But it's going to add some nice bonuses to our ship upkeep and things like that. And so we're going to keep our game going here. How am I doing? I'm doing well. How are you doing? Is there a special occasion, or just happy to be living on this hump day evening? And so here it is, guys. The Infinite Opportunities. We are now launching this agenda, and man, this is the best song in Stellaris right here. Towards Utopia, the Nova Flare one. All right, there's two. I gotta restart this song. I'm so sorry. This song is just so good. All right, and then so yeah, we've launched the Infinite Opportunities agenda, and now we're gonna go over to military buildup. And as we initiate this, it already gives me -5% ship build cost, -5 ship energy upkeep, and it decreases our war exhaustion. And so we'll be able to duke it out with some other empires for a longer period of time. But before we can do any of that, we still need to build up more fleets. And let's see if we can go ahead and start building our first mining stations. And so in this system right now, we have about 3 of both minerals and energy credits. And right away, I'm going to have my construction ship start building and building systems there to, or not systems, but stations to exploit those resources. And so outside of that, let me see here. Let's go back to our home world, and I'm seeing that we do not have a lot of housing, and so I'm going to squeeze in about another 500 minerals right now. Whoopsie, and I closed out my planet tab. And we're going to add another hive district, because we don't have any housing. Our pops can't work. That's not the way it works. We got to have housing for our pops. They got to live. And so guys, I think we got our first chain here, the Voltum Star Assembly. And so we have recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization and one of the systems we are surveying, and they must have been active in this region of space approximately 12 million years ago. 12 million, oh my, that is such a long time. That is such a long time. And so judging by the age of the artifacts, and so from what they have been able to piece together, our scientists theorize that these aliens who call themselves the Voltum Star Assembly were worm-like annelids roughly 3 to 4 meters in length that communicated with each other primarily through vibrations carried along their segmented bodies. And so yes, it's allowed. Nice. And yeah, I think what are Europe, you guys are like 5, I think you guys are 5 hours ahead of me. I'm from the States. And so yeah, right now for me it is 7:25. We are about 25 minutes into the stream, and we have made contact report, or we have confirmed that there are traces of intelligent alien life on a foreign world. Interesting. So already finding interesting things out here in this galaxy. We have a trait for one of my nodes, my growth node. Let's see here. Oh, so you're like 6 hours in front of me then. Nice. Well, yeah, make sure you're getting some rest. Stay healthy there. And for our next trait for the growth node, I see here we got another pop growth speed modifier, which could be very juicy because I don't think nodes die. I don't know if they're invincible or not, but I mean, we'll see how far they live in our game here. It doesn't show that they have an age either. But yeah, with this dynamic growth, it increases food from jobs and pop growth speed. Pop growth speed. And so any chance that I can get to increase that even further will be very nice. And already here you can see we got 2 pops on the way here in due time. And so we've expanded. Oh, no, we didn't expand. We just built those two, what are they? Stations, I'm sorry. Nodes are Immortal Boss. Copy that right on. This is my first time playing with nodes. I played with the machines. I didn't know if it was similar to that. And here we have a second tradition. And so right away, I'm going to go into organic architecture. This increases ship build speed and decreases ship build cost. And so, guys, I said before, we're not messing around this time. I really need to go ahead and just build some more ships at the moment, or try to expand my borders. And I think we'll start with that first. And so I see my construction ship is heading in this direction. The system has not been fully surveyed yet, but that's not going to stop us from building more ships. I have a handful of food right now, so what I could do is later on, once we finish surveying that system, if I need to sell some other resources, I will. But here we have now queued up 6 Corvettes to be a part of our fleet, and throughout this game, I'll be keeping my eye on the alloys because we will be spending a lot of those. And so yeah, here we got another node trait here available, and the system has been surveyed now. We're gonna go with, we got some options here. Let's go with that logistics understanding. I'm sorry, guys, this song, there's just something about, it's so good. But yeah, we'll go for this since it has a ship upkeep and army upkeep modifier. Hello there, greetings from Germany. Well, Coltbleed, greetings from the US. Nice to meet you. Welcome to our Stellaris game. If you want to get some information about our empire, you can just type in chat !empire. But yeah, we are pretty much trying to devour the galaxy. We just got our game started. We're 2 years in right now. We're getting some of these node traits available because they are leveling up. And now we're also trying to increase our fleet at the same time. And so just kind of juggling a couple of things at the moment. Let's go back to planet Rihi here and see. I see that all of our pops are pretty much working every job except for the few that are working the maintenance drone job. And so right now, I could probably add, I'm going to actually just queue up another building here. And we got some options. We have some options. I'm not sure which one to go with first. Well, actually, you know what? I already got my alloy foundry here. And so instead of building buildings, instead, I think I might go with a industrial district. And so, wow, building one of these, all right? It's going to have an upkeep of 18 food, but it's going to produce 7 alloys. And so again, we are catalytic, we are reprocessing food into alloys pretty much. And yes, next up, we'll go with an industrial district. And so, we need this Hive district to be made ASAP because right now we have 1 job available in this world. And on top of that, my Legion node has a trait or a new trait available here. And so once again, if it's anything to do with pop growth speed, pop growth modifiers, fleet, army, anything like that, we are going for it in this run here. Oh, guys, this right here, this music is peak Stellaris music right here. Just wait. One of my favorite parts, it's like somebody just starts jamming out here. These little violins, they sound so nice. You're just 2 hours into the game? Yo, nice. There's so much input in this game, I need to chill for a bit. Yo, that's completely understandable. The first time I played Stellaris, it was a little overwhelming at first. And that's a completely normal thing. But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. We have a Discord channel here. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll be sure to post that in the comments below. Man, I have a sneeze coming in hot. And yo, Coltbleed, thank you for the follow. If I can get the sneeze out, that'll be wonderful. But let's go ahead and get Coltbleed knighted in here. Coltbleed, I now grant you the status of Alpha, the energy of Yang, and the ability to delete all elites. Thank you for the follow, and welcome to our Stellaris game here. If you like Stellaris, if you're enjoying it, and you like role playing and things like that, I really like to go kind of in deep in some of the storytelling of my games, and so I may not play a meta style, but I like to just experiment and have some fun. And so we got like 1,200 hours, still no idea. So I'm around like maybe 1.3. But yeah, I'm learning new things every day. I mention that a lot. My community has been very helpful, and I would recommend if you like playing Stellaris. I know people that play the game very well. I know people that role play very well. I know so many people that just play the game very differently. But yeah, it's all fun. It's all fun in my community, and so welcome. Let's see here. Lethal Sloth says that. Holy moly!
What is your profession?
Yo, Randowski, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. How was the stream? Hopefully all is well. If you are coming from Randowski's stream, I'm Alfie Delete. I play a lot of Stellaris and other Paradox Interactive games. Right now, we are playing some of a Devouring Swarm empire, and we are trying to devour other empires in the galaxy. I was currently reading Lethal Sloth 12's comment. They said that they have 150 hours and have only played Voidborn. It's funny because I have all the hours I have, and I have not played Voidborn before. Yes, welcome Raiders though. We are just getting this bad boy started. General Pear Tree, hello. Hi, potential friends. No potential friends. We're eating all of our friends in this game. And so here, let's go ahead and select our next trait for our scientist. And for these guys, let's go ahead and get that cataloger that increases survey speed. Since we're not going down the discovery tree for starters, we're gonna definitely need any kind of survey speed modifiers right now, because map the stars will not be an option for us this game. But yeah, Randowski, hopefully you and everyone in your community is having a wonderful Wednesday here. We're just kind of breaking down some of the early game things here. Argarian drone. This is for our governor. We need more food. More food is on the way. This trait alone is going to give us an extra 8 monthly food per month. And so that is a very juicy trait to have here. And next up, we have a fleet organizer trait. We'll definitely go with that. Increasing that naval capacity by 15%. And so right now our naval cap is at 55. Now it's up to 59. And so taking any chance that I can get to increase anything military or pop growth related in this empire. Hey, right on. No, yo, Frankie Bean, thank you for stopping by today, and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Guys, we will be streaming again on Friday. All right. And so tune in for some more Devouring Swarm playthrough. But for now, we're going to go with this amplified sub-possession trait. And this gives us some edict modifiers. And so we'll hit okay on that. All of our leaders have been added traits. And so, yeah, man, late though, so off to bed. Well, Randowski, have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you so much for bringing your community by. I appreciate that times a million. With us being in different time zones, I wish I could return the favor, but I do not stream, I think, at the same time you do. And so if I ever catch you online one day, man, I promise you, I got you. You've rated me so many times. You've brought your community over here so many times, and I appreciate it. Your community is awesome. Thank you. And so guys, we have first contact with an unknown entity, and we are going to avoid this. Now, my species on my planet are like, oh my goodness, there are aliens out there. And we're like, yes, there are. And so we're going to deal with them later on. But right now, we still need to build just a little bit more on what we have now. And so I'm going to go ahead and build some mining stations in this system. We're going to go to our shipyard, and I'm going to squeeze in about maybe 1 or 2 more science ships, because I want to survey some more systems a little bit faster. Right around like 5 years, or even shorter than that. Sometimes I'll try to get another scientist in my empire, or maybe 2. Second system, woo! Yes. And so let's go ahead, and we're going to start by recruiting 2 scientists right now. And for the first one, oh man, we got 2 that both have the archaeologist drone trait. And so I'm going to go for the younger one. That way we don't have any malfunctions later on. And we're going to start surveying the galaxy. You know what? Let's head up here. Let's see what's going on. I got to know. And see where this area leads to. And so I got them set up on that path. Here we have surveyed the system next. And we have a 3rd science ship now. And this time we're going to recruit the neuro enhancement. Actually, I didn't really look at this trait like that, but this adds an additional leader trait option and leader's experience gain is increased by 5%. And so hopefully he'll be leveling up a little bit faster. And guys, hold up. Are you guys seeing this? There's a system right next to my home system, and I can't reach it. What is that all about? Are you guys seeing this right here? This is craziness. And so we have a system with no hyperlane leading to it. And so yeah, I guess we'll try and figure that out a little bit later when we get, if we get jump drive technology. But let's go ahead and start surveying. So now I got 3 science ships. I got one surveying up these systems right now. My first one is already making way to this cluster. We want to see what's going on in this area up above. And then my third science ship is now traveling down this way. And so we'll go ahead and keep our game going here. And oh no, another first contact. And oh, okay, cool. It is not a intelligent, or I mean, it's a spacefaring species, so they have some sort of intelligence, but they're not an intelligent empire. And so that system will still be up for grabs for us. You know what? I'm gonna probably go ahead and start building a second construction ship. That way we can get to work on expanding our borders a little bit faster. We have found our first potentially habitable world, and it is a desert world. Now, the system we were just looking at here, let's take a look at this. And so it says the Cradle of Life. We got all these crazy looking species here. It's like a red lobster squid buffet. And it says that 4 gas giants enshrouded by a vast plasma field share a close orbit around this system. And it says that the charged plasma fields extend well into the atmosphere of the gas giants, and this unique environment serves as a breeding ground for a large number of spacefaring organisms. Now, these organisms are all minuscule, with one notable exception, all right? Massive creatures unlike anything we've ever seen. Although we possess little data on them, they seem to frequently range deep into the galaxy. Now, if we learn more about them, we might figure out what attracts them to this system and if it can be beneficial to us in any way. This is a solo campaign, but in the middle of my playthroughs, if you go over to my YouTube channel, I will always try to add some sort of interaction there. And so usually I like to leave the stream ending off with you guys voting on what happens next, or like sometimes it'll be me picking a trait or a tradition or changing something, or maybe conquering or subjugating an empire, all kinds of ways that I can figure out how to have the community interact with my playthroughs. I try to add that. And so I really like to go in depth on my campaigns and just kind of, you know, add some storytelling to it and add some flair to it. Maybe not depth, that's not the right word. I just want to make the story interesting so that you guys can participate in it. So yeah. All right, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move my construction ship over here. It looks like a lot of these middle systems here. Yeah, this is the Traxxas Badlands, and this is going to be a nebula. I wonder if I could rename it. It looks like I can't, but yeah, the Traxxas Badlands. We're going to definitely go ahead and expand our borders to this system next, because this is going to be a planet in a nebula. Now you can tell what the difference is between a regular system and a nebula because of these kind of like cloud-like features that you're seeing, like kind of like right along here and like over here. If you see a system that looks like this, the system will have a modifier where it's harder to like see your ships in systems like that are in nebulas. So say for instance, another empire, you know, they can see into my borders. They'll have a harder time seeing my ships and how they move through those thick clouds. And so here we have now surveyed the system. Let's check out here. And so if I could take these two systems now, I could come back to these remaining systems later. And so yeah, just kind of planning a little bit ahead here on how we're going to expand in the galaxy. Even below us, we have a Lost Dreams Nebula. And on top of that, we have a society tradition. And so for starters, guys, one of my first technologies, it doesn't matter if I'm playing with organics, in this case, hive minds, hydroponic farms, all right? This you can add to star bases, all right? And doing so will take some of the strain off your worlds. That way you don't have to build as many agricultural districts on your planets and instead just build those buildings on your bases. And so supremacy, our next tradition, I get tradition technology mixed up, sorry. Our next tradition here is going to be nutrient arcs, and it says that we shall accompany our deep space hunting swarms with giant carrier drones, essentially nerveless sacks of protein paste with a hyperdrive. The drones will be drained and die, but the swarm will live on. And so this will decrease my ship's upkeep by 10% and increase our naval capacity by another 20%. And so we'll go ahead and adopt this tradition. And while we're at it, let's jump back over here to the fleet manager and let's get some more. We're going to build a couple of more ships here for our fleets. And so we'll hit reinforce all there. And now we got about 7 more ships on the way. But yes, very early on in the game, I'm going to be just trying to build as big of a ship as I can, or big as a fleet as I can. And that definitely is a base. That is a base. Or is it? I'm not sure what yeah, that has to be a base. So I'm going to imagine there's another empire somewhere in that direction, but we have to get over here as soon as possible. And let's see here. I'm lacking some alloys, not any longer. And so I sold some energy credits for it. And now we're going to go ahead and build a base in this system. Okay, and so for my other construction ship, we'll go ahead and move up here. And wow, it's actually surprisingly cheap to expand my borders right now. Uh-oh, so where is this taking place at? We got a hostile... What is that? Oh, that's a hostile base. Okay, and so there's a size 16 appline world there. We'll have to keep that noted. Let's go ahead and grab our army builder tab here, and we're going to queue up about... Let's go with... Yeah, 10 armies should be more than enough right now. We'll queue those up, and we'll see what we can do next here. But now we have managed to secure this potentially habitable world, which is actually very habitable for us. It is a size 12 desert world. And if I can, actually we will go ahead and colonize this planet next. And I'm going to see what kind of random names here that we could pop up here. And so let's go with, give me something cool. Come on. I trust in Stellaris's voice. Stellaris's voice and their colony decision names here. And I'm only seeing 3. What's up with this? Give me something good. You know what? I'm just going to call this planet Hagrid or Hadrig. There we go. And so we got a colony ship on the way, and here, let's see what's going on. So I'm getting all these alerts about hostile ships, things like that. Let's not waste any time here and scope out the situation. And so while that's going on, you know what? They're being hostile right away. And I learned my lesson in the last game. We're not going to take any chances here, and I'm going to go ahead and try and reinforce the last remaining ships of this fleet, jump over to my station, and then queue up maybe one more ship here so that we can start a second fleet. All right, so let's see what's happening here. Are they attacking? What in the world? I've never seen this here. And so let's go ahead and grab my fleets here, and we're gonna try to meet these guys dead on and see if we can take that out, because yeah, we cannot have this right now. Wow. Okay, so they just straight up did some damage here to my base, and we are not gonna let that slide. No way. All right, so my science ship's continuing to just continue surveying systems out here. And all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to survey the choke point systems if I can. I just want to see what leads to where and if we could potentially secure things off. One of my science ships is missing in action from that battle that took place here in this Sibulia. And so, yeah, we got to get a little bit better about protecting those civilian ships. They can't do their duties if they're being attacked by hostile fleets. And so we know that we can't go in this direction now. I'm going to use this second scientist here to just start surveying some of the systems we leave behind while my other scientist continues to just go out here and survey cooler systems. I mean, all these systems are kind of cool though, because we are in a nebula. But yeah, right now we can't see. Okay, so I see that their space station's only at 315 power. Not very strong at all. Like I said before, we got about 4 Corvettes queued up and ready to join our fleets here. And look at this, they're moving again. What is that? What is that? Oh, that's a civilian ship. All right, so yeah, we got to keep an eye on these hostile fleets for now. And let's crank the speed up just a little bit more. Wow, that is very fast. Wonderful. All right, so guys, yeah, if you play with Devouring Swarm, like I said before, I always appreciate the tips and the tricks. Let me know if there are little secret things that you guys do with your empires like this to give you the advantage in the galaxy. And so, oh, we have a treachery of the Lambeth aliens. It says that we had addressed allowing unknown aliens into our space to be a risk, an assessment which has proven correct. Yo, Mr. Handy, hang out for a second. I'll get united into the Knights of Yang here, but right now we got this treachery we got to look at. It says an assessment which has proven correct, that yes, aliens, floating around in our space is not a good idea. And so it seems that these aliens landed a covert team on a remote part of our home world. However, thanks to our prognitive threat detection systems, we were able to deploy our own special force drones to cut off their escape. They will surely think twice before pulling a stunt like this ever again. It seems the enemy, a group of reptilian aliens, were given the command to take our own lives rather than allow themselves to be captured. But this incident has certainly given our research drones abundant material to investigate. Holy moly. And so they sent a squad to my planet. And before we continue this, we got a new follower here, Mr. Handy. I now grant you the status of Alpha, the energy of Yang, and the ability to delete all elites. Thank you for the follow, and welcome to our Stellaris game here. We got to figure out what's up with these hostile aliens, because this is the second hostile situation that we've had happen now. And we're not going to take that lightly. Uh-oh. Simus? What does that mean? Am I ready for this? But thank you for stopping by real quick, Simus. You have a wonderful hump day. Good luck. I'm going to sleep. Also, yes. All right, here we go, guys. We're going to select another trait for our growth node, and that dynamic growth. Look, I can't fight the food.
What is your profession?
Simus TV, welcome back. How are you doing? How was the stream? Hopefully all is well. I'm restarting the Devouring Swarm playthrough here, and so if you are from Simus TV's, first of all, majestic voice is incredible. His voice is like a angel playing a harp on a wonderful clear sky day with wonderful sunshine. That's the best way I can really explain it, honestly. And that doesn't even do it justice. But Simus, thank you for the raid. Welcome. Guys, right now we have a hostile alien empire or species. We don't know who they are, but they are performing hostile acts towards us. And we're going to go ahead and go with the, let me see here. We got a couple of traits that we could select, but I want to just kind of add on this Neural Enhancement 2 trait. This adds additional leader trait options, and leader experience gain is increased by another 20%. This is one of my scientists, and yes, I think that would benefit them a ton. On top of that, let's go ahead and get a starbase upgraded here. We're going to upgrade our outpost into a starport, and let's keep our game going here. And so I see that I got about 400 alloys. We're not going to waste any time building some more ships here, and we're just gonna, like I said before, just go really crazy on these. This Corvette does not have a offspring Corvette in its fleet, and so we are for sure going to build one of those next. Leave these projects be for now. There we go, and I got a couple of ships here queued up. We'll go ahead and reinforce what we have and come back to this later on. And so, yeah, this is going to be a lot of nebula systems that we're going to be dealing with here. We have another, oh, that's a 5K fleet in this system. And so right now we're finding a lot of like just no empires at the moment. Now I want to go back to Stellaris, but it's 1:50 a.m. and I'm tired. Guess I'll have to stay here till I fall asleep. And right when I wake up later, getting into Stellaris. Yo, that sounds like a good plan. I would love to play some Stellaris early in the AM, but sometimes I got to head to work. If I have the day off, though, a day of some good Stellaris sounds good. Sounds like a wonderful plan. And so if I don't holler at you later on, Colty or Colt Bleep, have a wonderful evening. But yeah, enjoy some Stellaris tomorrow. Here for our admiral, we got to be very selective here about what trait we want to give them. And I definitely do not want to decrease my combat disengagement chance. I want my ships to be able to escape if that's possible here. So let's go with the leader experience gain. Let's have them increase their experience gain in combat. For my construction ship here, we're finally going to be able to expand our borders here to the Tanya Vex system that has a lot of society and physics tech deposits that we can exploit later on in the game. All right, and so here I got my second scientist queued up, ready to survey another system, and we're going to see what's going on here. We got to be very careful though, because already we've seen a lot of hostile systems. We got 3 systems right now that have hostilities within them. And so for starters, let's see, I see my fleet power starting to grow a tad bit. And as I've said before, we still got plenty of room to grow. Let's go ahead and move these resources around and get as many alloys as possible. That way we can keep reinforcing our fleets. And so yeah, there we go. We got a bunch of ships queued up. And guys, we have now expanded to our first planet that is outside of my homeworld. This will be a great day for the Apexian Swarm. Here's where my new planet that I've colonized is at. Let's take a look at it. So it's currently being colonized now. There is 1 tile blocker, but we're going to hold off on clearing it out for now. Radio Wave, howdy everyone, welcome. Happy jump day, or do you mean hump day? Welcome to the stream though, Radio Wave. Hopefully you're doing all right. This is a sort of a soft restart to this campaign, but I got a lot of tips and tricks after our last game, and we're going to try to apply the ones that I can remember off the top of my head. And so yeah, and guys, like I said before, if you're here in the Twitch channel, please, you want to talk more Stellaris, you want to see some of my other socials, there are some links to those. Be sure to check it out. Well, I was trying to get a jump on jump day and failed. Oh man, that's good. But yeah, hopefully you're having a good one. Hopefully the week's going well. So far, I think we are having a somewhat okay start here. I know, autocorrect, it does me like that sometimes as well. And ladies and gentlemen, we just found 2 more potentially habitable worlds. We know that one of them will be, I'm going to assume, either 80% habitable or higher, but it's a size 20 desert world. And my species, they do prefer those desert worlds. And so, yes, here we have another trait for our cognitive node. And let's see what we have. So we got a couple of good ones here, but I'm seeing this logistics understanding is just really nice, giving me that ship, that negative ship upkeep modifier, which is really good. And so here we're gonna go with the 3-dimensional awareness. This increases my fleet command limit by 20. I think doing that very early on is gonna be nice. And let's see about merging the 2 fleets. You know what, better yet, I'm not gonna merge them. I'm just gonna add more to the other fleet a little bit later on. But now we can have, we can command up to 40 ships at once. Back to our Legion node here. Man, so many good ones, but I'm going to continue on one path with a lot of these leaders so that we can continue getting more. I'm trying to be precise with the modifiers this time around. And so Warmind tier 2, this is going to increase ship weapon damage now by 7%. It increases army damage by 15%, which I think we got, yeah, 9 armies right now. And so we're going pretty heavy on just building more army ships and things like that. Down here, we're gonna go ahead and continue surveying. You know, I'm just gonna start surveying this cluster of systems, see what's going on in this nebula, and get some intel. Hopefully we can find some planets nearby. Back on our homeworld though, we have 1 available housing. I got plenty of minerals right now, and so we're gonna go ahead and squeeze another hive district on here. But geez Louise, these pops are growing very fast. Very, very fast. And so I currently have 2 pops growing at once on all my worlds. We're gonna go ahead and start squeezing some research labs on this planet. And I'm not gonna stop here. I'm just gonna start queuing up jobs. I will take the upkeep. Just right now, our pops are growing incredibly fast. And so here, let's see about building another stronghold. And actually, you know what? We're gonna hold off on that for a second. Let's go back over to the industrial district. And since I have 51 food, I could get away with building 2 more industrial districts right now. And so we'll do that as well. I have 1 queued up. We'll build the other one later. And I want to make sure that I'm also still reinforcing these fleets here. And so to go back to my other fleet, we're going to add another 10 of our starting class weapons, or our starting class ships. Doing some more tinkering here. and boom. Just kind of leveling everything out there. Now, once again, another scientist, another traits. This is our archaeologist, and we're gonna have them continue getting more archaeologist traits. Unless, oh, this right here, the cataloger. Let's get that survey speed as well. Hopefully it kind of compensates for us not going down that discovery tree. And so here we got another first contact, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm avoiding all first contact situations, and we have found a target, a pre-FTL species. Yo, we got a new follower here, Miguel Monte 1978. I now grant you the status of Alpha, the energy of Yang, and the ability to delete all elites. Thank you for the follow, and welcome to our Stellaris stream. I gotta be quick about this because we are getting into some heavy findies here. We have our first target, and so if I could reach this empire before they have awareness of us, which they'll have awareness of us once we invade their planet, that is going to be an easy world right there to take, and that is a tropical world as well. So my species in particular does not prefer, and yes, there you can see it, the habitability of this tropical world is only going to be set to 20, and so not the best world for my species. Now we have carrier operations. I want a lightsabers like yours so badly. Yes, I have 2 lightsabers. The other one's dead, but I got it from Disney World, and the other one I got from this website called Saberforge. It is really cool. It's a website where you can get your lightsaber custom made to fit your body, and so for me, my lightsaber is the perfect size for my frame. You can get it made just for how like tall you are. If you want a bigger lightsaber, there's an option as well. I want a bigger fleet, and I want to do it cheaper, and so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start by trying to or not trying to, we're going to select the standardized Corvette patterns technology here that gives us build cost and build speed modifiers for Corvettes and frigates. Miguel says, hey there, Machine Swarm. We are a organic hive devouring swarm species. And so if you want some more details, you can type in the chat !point Discord if you want to find out more about the Empire. Yo, what? I'm a tall dude. A big old lightsaber to match me would be awesome. Yeah, and so for me, I'm 5'11", all right? I'm not that whopping 6 foot tall figure, but 5'11", I'm pretty slim, and my lightsaber fits me perfectly. If you're like 6'4", your lightsaber is going to be way bigger than mine. All right, you're gonna be like a knight, but you can also customize it. So if you want a smaller lightsaber, or if you want like a different type of lightsaber, or even a dual blade, dual wield, there's so many different options. They even have like maces and like just all kinds of weapons. There's so much stuff there.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Dazzle me, bro. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for that raid. How was your stream today? Everyone from my community, you should check out Dazzle Me Bro. I haven't been able to check their stream in a while, but every time I go to their stream, I always get a smile on my face. One of the most charismatic streamers that I know on Twitch. Dazzle, hopefully you are having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday, and the stream went well. Everyone from Dazzle's community, welcome. I'm Alpha Delete. We are in the middle of a roleplay Stellaris game right now. And so yeah, Terrible Hamster, what's happening, Captain? Yang is 6'3" in my dreams, I wish. But no, yeah, I'm a pretty average build, all right? I'm not like extraordinarily tall, but I'm not short. Terrible Hamster says, I've returned from dog walk just in time for the raid. Yes. One of my favorite chants right there. Yo, you guys are here just in time because we are preparing to devour our first species if we can. And so here we have a pre-FTL civilization here in a little bit. Once I get everything sort of situated, and I get my borders over here, we are going to invade them and see if we can add some more food to our planet here. And so, also, how goes the Stellaris? I'm sorry I haven't been able to catch your streams. Oh, no worries. You do not have to apologize for that ever. It's been going pretty good. We've had some ups and downs. I've lost some games, and then I've lost some more games. But all in all, I've still been having some fun. I feel the same way too. I wish I could catch your streams. Just when I'm at work now, man, it's just I am so busy now, and so we're just in a very busy time of the season at my gig, and I haven't had a lot of time to really watch as many creators as I used to be able to. But anytime I get the free chance to, and I ever catch you guys on there, I swear I'm always trying to join into other people's streams and check them out. And so, yeah, here we're gonna go ahead and just skip past these situations, and we have an agenda available, a perfect agenda that we definitely need now. And so this is going to be the military buildup. We are going to go ahead and activate it, and this is going to launch the agenda, which now decreases ship build cost by a whopping 20%. That is huge, especially in the early game. Our ship energy upkeep is going to be decreased 20%. War exhaustion game, 20%. All those modifiers, and now we're gonna go ahead and select our next agenda, and I'm gonna go with finding the voice. And so this says millions of impressions and conclusions overwhelm us. Learning to filter out all but the most important voices take effort, but also makes us more efficient. Who you gonna call? Starship Troopers? Oh yeah, they're gonna need them because that's what the species, yes, that was kind of some of the inspiration I got from the species. And actually it's funny because I was watching that movie maybe a month or two ago, and I fell asleep to it, and I was like, man, I like to create my empires kind of based off of like some of my favorite old school, like just like movies like Predator or Alien, or in this case here, Starship Trooper. Yeah, I'm always just like, man, watching movies thinking like, oh, I've seen that happen in Stellaris. And so, yeah, here we got another situation. We're going to pass up on all of those right now. Still just trying to survey around my borders here and see what's going on in the galaxy. I'm still not very satisfied with how many planets we have near my homeworld here, but speaking of planets, we have now founded our colony, and so we'll check out that world here in just a moment. Excuse me, that was a gnarly burp there. We're gonna go ahead and go with logistics understanding. And so this trait for my regulatory node will once again decrease that ship upkeep. And so now it should be even cheaper for my ships here just to have so many of them. All right, and so let's check out this new world. This is Hadrig, our new planet. And for starters, this offspring nest, I've seen alerts that we need this. We need this on all of our planets. We need an offspring corvette on all of our fleets. And so we will start with this first, and then we will jump over to our Hive district, which I'm gonna have to sell some resources here. There we go. And now we got two buildings queued up right away. A building and a district at that. All right, and so outside of that, we're gonna go ahead and reinforce those fleets. There we go. More ships on the way. On top of that here, oh, we got the Vlur. And I think this is just like a space storm. I'm gonna bet on Zerg Rush. Zerg Rush anyone? Yes. Yes, we are definitely going to be rushing everyone. That is another thing too, is like, I usually don't play with these total war empires as much, but seeing an empire and then just full-blown attack, no waiting, man, that's a very intense play style that I'm still trying to get used to. And so we're gonna be doing a little bit of that in this game here. Jafab, our governor, has a new trait available. Oh my goodness. Yo, Argarian Drone 3 gives me 32 monthly food. All right. Oh yes, that's me, bro. With this, the type of species we're playing with here, this is called a total war species. And so pretty much we just want to eat nonstop. Like we don't care about diplomacy. If we ever find an empire and they're like, please, I have a family, I'll be like, oh, you do? I want to eat them too. All right. It wouldn't even be discussing it. We would just eat them. All right. And so, yeah, the way we play with this species, well, the way I'm going to be trying to play with this species is like, yo, we're not chatting. We're not talking. There's no business here to discuss. Like, all there is to discuss is what seasoning we're going to be putting on your arms and your legs, and we're going to eat them. All right. Literally here for the beef, yes. And not the beef where we're like going back and forth. No, they're looking at us like we're a piece of beef. What they say, please, I have a family. Would you hear? Please, I have an entree. That is hilarious. Dolphin Die Pro, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Guys, another Stellaris content creator here. Check him out. Dolphin Die Pro. Hopefully you're having a wonderful Wednesday. Yeah, we're playing with a Devouring Swarm, and that is it. We are trying to serve some dishes of delicious pops to our species. And so let's see here. Miguel says Stellaris is a space opera waiting for us to write it on RNG. I always start playing all random empires. Yo, ooh, so you play random empires. Okay. I have to create like a whole story behind mine, and then I try to put together these campaigns, and then I just wing it from there. And so whatever happens in this stream, I'll try to put something together, and you guys can check that out on that link there. I try to add some flair, show a picture, add a video, make a trailer, anything that can just kind of relate to the story. And yeah, I'd be having fun just creating random stories and seeing what they turn into. And it's always something different every time I play this game. And so I know we had someone here earlier that said that they hadn't played a lot of Stellaris. Look, in the early game, I wouldn't even, or when you're first starting out in Stellaris, I wouldn't even really worry too much about winning or losing. Enjoy the story, because one of the first memories I remember playing this game is running. I don't want to spoil for you, but there are certain things in the game that you're just like, what in the world did I just read? And you're just like, okay. And then you'll play the game again, and it'll be something on an equal level of that happens too. And it's just, there's always something just so shocking that happens in these games. And so yeah, let's see here. Miguel says critters devouring starship troopers. This will be this thumbnail. Oh, that's great. All right, yo, so we're gonna go ahead and reinforce these fleets once again. And guys, again, throughout this game, Dwamox, I don't know, but if we do find them, any empire, doesn't matter. If we find Dwamox, even better. They'll be like chicken nuggets for us. They're gonna be like our happy meal. All right, so let's check out our planets here. Let's do some quick maintenance on these worlds here. Add some jobs, some districts if we can. And guys, I'm playing with the catalytic processing, but right now it doesn't look like we're really processing a lot of food. So let's go ahead and build. We have an industrial district on the way. We're going to build a second one. And even though I do have jobs available on this world right now, the only jobs that the pops are working are the maintenance drone jobs, or the ones that they can fill up because they're working all the other jobs. Once I build those industrial districts, it'll add another catalytic drone job. And here it says that those jobs produce 4 alloys at the upkeep of 10 food. And so you'll want to keep adding more of this to convert the alloys. Now guys, we have a situation here. All right, we are playing with all custom empires in this game. In my Discord channel, you can create your own empires, and in between certain runs, I will be adding custom empires in my runs. Sometimes I like to mix it up a little bit and add random empires into my game. Here, we've encountered one of them, the Gex Reavers. Let's see who they are. Fanatic Purifiers. Wow, so one of the same. They're Purifiers, we're Purifiers, and we say we sense prey. Wow. And so we have our first alien encounter, and it says that our theoretical models have long suggested the existence of other intelligent civilizations in our galaxy. This theory has now been confirmed. The alien political entity that we have encountered has a level of technology similar to our own, indicating that we achieved space flight at roughly the same time. Wow. And so we have a Devouring Swarm and a Fanatic Purifier. And they're right at our borders too. And so this is the empire that was attacking us early on. Pray, 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 pray. It is time to feast. Spider-Man pointing. It's like, yo, wait, what? You want to destroy everything? I want to eat everything. Fanatic's Purifiers sounds like spicy barbecue. It sure does. Guys, I'm not wasting any time here. They're hostile towards us. We're more than likely hostile towards them. Absorption. Declare war. Woo! There it is. It's great, this rotation, yes. I had my Platypus Empire become a fallen empire. It was weird. Weird. I didn't know you could become a fallen empire. That sounds new to me. Yo, guys, let's go ahead and continue serving these galaxies here. But let's get our ships in order, because we found them, or they found us. Now we are going to feast on them. And so I'm actually, oh man, see, this is where I get so torn at, because I don't have any room for leaders. I could go over my leader capacity, but I don't know if that's the best idea right now. Those modifiers, that might not be the best thing. Those little arms, remember the Rex. T-Rex arms. It's so funny because even though T-Rex arms are small on a T-Rex, I would imagine they're still bigger than like a human. Or I don't know, how big are T-Rex arms? Your empire has a small chance to be a fallen empire, apparently. It must be if they have the same civics as one, because it's not very common. Interesting. No, yeah, I did not know you could do that. All right, so here we're gonna go ahead and prepare to invade a pre-FTL species while we just declared war against another empire very soon. And I really hope I don't regret this, but we're gonna go ahead and prepare to attack their first base here right now. And we'll see, it looks like there's no upgraded base yet, but again, this is all nebula system fighting. And so we do not have a lot of intel on these systems, and we'll have to keep an eye on that. Because yeah, playing in these nebulas could be very dangerous here. And so right away, I see that is going to be an easy dub here for my ships. First battle is in. Their war exhaustion's at 4% now. They have a station that last we saw has 315 military power, and they're bringing a fleet at us. Hold up, guys. Here we go. So we outnumber their fleet power. Victory. That is some quick victory right there. Custom AI empires, you actually can't be a fallen empire. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, yo, and so they're trying to attack one of my systems here as well, and we're going to meet them dead on. Let's see if we can stop this. And on top of that, I'm going to pause the game here to see if I can grab... Oh, yeah. See, this system doesn't even have any modules. It has a star hold, but nothing on it. And so let's add a gun battery and a hangar bay. And for the buildings, you know what? We'll go ahead and squeeze that. We got plenty of food right now. I can replace this building or just add more buildings later on. We'll add the communication jammer next. What? No mods? What sorcery is this? Look, I play base game. I'm still got so much to learn. And so I play mods every once in a while. But yeah, I'm always trying to just trying to figure out like how to play this thing and then really try to get better at it. And so yeah, that would be cool. Origin though, Fallen Empire. I agree. Guys, we just won our first 2 battles there. I wouldn't say one. The other fleets retreated, but we didn't lose any of our starports or anything like that. And their damage, wow. All they have are small coil guns. But yo, our fleets just entered the system, and now we're going to prepare to attack another one of their borders here. And so we'll see how this war goes. But yeah, if you're just now joining the stream here, we were playing with the scaling difficulty off for the past couple of my runs, and so now I'm getting a first-hand look here at how this game is played with that turned on and them scaling in the mid game. All right, so here again we're gonna go with another technology here in society, and let's go with now the biodiversity studies. On top of that, we're gonna go to our next tradition here, and let's go with overwhelming force. You have an origin that you are a subsidiary of a fallen empire. I think, isn't that Scion? Oh, that's Scion. And so Grandma Pork, yes. I have no point defense. I have missiles, which are leading my primary fleet. Those nerds won't even know what hit them. Exactly. I have missiles. I have a couple of other different types of ships as well, but mostly missiles. And yeah, all armor. All armor, baby. We took all shields off. And so overwhelming force is going to be my next supremacy tradition here. It's going to increase that orbital bombardment damage and increase ship fire rate. On top of that, it says that everything must be brought into the bear on the enemy if victory is to be assured. A swift and decisive attack can paradoxically save lives that would have been needlessly lost in the prolonged engagement. And so there it is. And then we're going to have one more tradition in the supremacy tree to complete, and it'll be done. No shields, terrible hamster. No shields at all. And so if we go to my fleet management, go to our ship designer, armor, more armor. The offspring has shields, but we'll change it. We'll have just one shield on them. Same thing for the bases as well. I want mostly armor though. But I've heard good things about this, and I didn't save any of that. And so let's go back. Hold up. There was I think it was this one. Multitasking on the alert, but I hope you have a fantastic Stellaris stream. Hey, Dazzle, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night as well. Have a great evening, and thank you again for bringing your community by to my stream today. But yeah, terrible. I've been getting some advice since yesterday about just doing things a little bit differently here. It's still going to be more experimental here, just trying out different things. But yeah. No shields. But what we are going to do though is we're going to head over to this planet, and it looks like they only have 9 pops, and so we're going to go ahead and begin our first feast. I want to feast on the species, we're going to land on that world and eat those pops. And so we already got our army underway, moving over there. My fleet here is currently chilling out right now, but we're gonna go ahead and push them forward to attack another system. And on top of that, we're gonna get some fleets reinforcing them as well. And so pretty much our army is growing while we're destroying their bases. Oh, and let's see what this fleet looks like. Oh, gotta be very careful though, because they got fleet power on us. And here we have found a feudal empire. It's an overlord. Oh man, so here we go. Let's see what happens. And yo, all right, they got another fleet attacking. We are slightly outnumbered, but yeah, we're packing a punch. And this is the alien species that we're invading their planet. So a whole lot's going on right now, but we're gonna focus on this battle here and see what happens. And wonderful, we've now subjugated that world. So just to jump over here really quick, we're gonna crank the speed down a little bit as well, because there is a lot happening. We're not gonna really be colonizing this world like that. I just want the purged species here. And so they're gonna be producing some food, and each month we're gonna purge one, or I don't know how long it takes, but yeah, that's gonna be more food for my species. It'd be cool if ships could overcharge shields with whatever extra power they have. That'd be pretty neat. I've never thought of that before. Terrible Hamster says, I give you credit for being more brave than me, a interpreted pioneer exploring for new possible meta strategies. Just trying things out. Yeah, Terrible Hamster. If it works, awesome. Incredible. If it doesn't, awesome. Incredible. We've learned from it. And so, yeah. Here for my scientists, we have another trait available. And since we're losing some energy credits at the moment, let's go for that power sub-supplier. We're just going to go ahead and try to tackle a immediate situation. Over here, I'm thinking I might go ahead and pull my ships out, but I mean, we're still beating their fleet. It's just we're caught in the middle of a battle between their fleet and the base here. And so let's see. Oh man, they're reinforcing their ships too. The fleet's going down. Uh-oh, and this fleet's missing an offspring now. So let's go ahead and retreat. We'll retreat for now, bring our ships back to our home system. And it's okay, because I think we did a lot better in that battle than we have before. And so now my energy credits are going to go up just a bit. We're going to try and get a new fleet created here as soon as possible. And we're just going to reinforce everything. And so this is the wonderful thing about using the fleet manager, is so that instead of just building a bunch of ships, you can just reinforce everything. And that way it just kind of makes things a little bit more organized. All right, so for this starbase here, you know what? I'm going to need another base. Or better yet, all right, this one's being upgraded. Let's upgrade this one here if we can. And so I got plenty of food to sell. Since that is an upkeep food, I have no problem selling that at the moment. And here we are going to expand this, and we're going to try to get some more shipyards going. You do get a few extra points and shields in case you have more power than consumption in a starship. So you can see if you hover over your cursor over the shield stat and the ship designer. And here, we can do that right now. And so if we go to our fleet here, we'll click on armor and then pull up the deflectors. And so you get some daily shield regen. It does cost you 15 power usage. But yeah, those shield hit points, 75. Now this is just for the kind of base technology that you have earlier on. All right, so yeah, we're not going to sweat that loss we just took right there too soon. But what we are going to sweat is this new follower we have here, Simul Sadnig. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. I now grant you the status of Alpha, the energy of Yang, and the ability to delete all elites. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for the follow. We are in the middle of our Stellaris playthrough right now. I try to just kind of dive into some strategies here and figure out what it is in the world we are going to do in this game. But yes, one of us. Yes, one of us. And so here we got some new tech. The field modulation, wonderful. For physics technology next, let's jump over to the, let's go with quantum theory. And you know what, every time I research some new projects or research some new technologies, I feel like I always have to go to my worlds here because the pops do grow incredibly fast right now. And I see that we have some good alloy production right now. But this time around, I'm going to jump over to the generator district and build one of those. Now, I have a second generator world here, and this one I can kind of designate to be my alloy world here. And so speaking of alloys, let's go for... I don't have a lot of minerals either, so we'll have to slow down before we build anything on this world. There's still plenty of jobs available as well on both planets too, so yeah, we'll come back to that a little bit later on. As those start to fill up though, we'll get some more resources, maybe some more amenities, but let's go to our mining ships now. And I see a few systems up here that has a lot of resources, but let's keep going for... Oh, this system has been taken. I see, I guess we will start going here. And ladies and gentlemen, this looks like this will be a very tall playthrough. A very tall playthrough. We don't have a lot of systems to expand to. We still have a few down here, but okay, maybe not very tall, but we're not gonna have as many systems as I thought we were. It looks like we're slightly pinched in the galaxy here. Let's see, do I have any pops on this world? Okay, so I am growing my pops on this world now, apparently. And it is a desert world, so actually, hold on, I might have got that mixed up there. Let's start with getting an, you know what? We're just gonna sell a handful of alloys here so that we can squeeze another offspring nest onto this world. And so we're purging species, we're growing species, and soon we'll be assembling species as well. Same thing here, we don't even have a lot of species on this planet just yet, but they will come. The fleets are advancing backwards. Hold up, let's go back. Yes, they are. I'm going to begin reinforcing them all. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move one back up into this system here just in case they attack. And since I can't see their ships in this system for now, yeah, we do want to keep our eye on this. And so I'm going to keep the galaxy view mode to this area right now. Guys, we got another follower here. We got an item. We got an item. Lycan Lord Harry. Yo, I grant you the status of Alpha, the energy of Yang, and the ability to delete all elites. Thank you for the follow. And Lycan, welcome to the Knights of Yang. Welcome to our Stellaris playthrough. We are in the middle of a campaign right now. I got chat helping me out with some tips and tricks. One of us, yes, Lycan has become, or Lycan, let me see, is that right? Yes, Lycan has become one of us. And so welcome to the stream. Yeah, we got another system with more aliens, and these are ancient, I believe, machines, some sort of like ancient robot machines. We'll be sure to leave that system right away. And so already we've surveyed all the systems we can in this area. And for the sciences, since they already have the archaeologist drone, we're gonna go ahead and have them begin researching projects in nearby systems. And that'll help level them up a little bit before we can begin researching excavation dig sites. And so, yeah. All right, cool. And so outside of that though, let's see, what do we have going on in the galaxy? We got lots of first contact icons all over the place, but we're trying to avoid contacting too many species too soon. Another thing too is we got our fleet back as well, and I completely forgot to check that combat report to see what the ships they have, what kind of specs they have on their ships. And so outside of that, we have a couple of planets here that we are colonizing. Here is a desert world I didn't realize the pre-FTLs were living on. I thought for some reason it said that the world they were living on, it was not habitable, but in this case here, it looks like it is. And so we won't be expanding to any more planets here just for now. And there they are. They're attacking us again with about 2.3 worth thousands, 2.3 thousand worth of ships. We're gonna go ahead and gather our ships here and meet in this Gidi system. All right, and so they're probably going to take this here for starters. No worries though. We're going to prepare our attack against them next. Let's get some more food from Eco Simulation Technology, and let's go to our fleet manager and reinforce a handful more ships, which will be on their way. And once our fleets merge here, or not merge, but just travel together, we're going to attack this fleet that is attacking their old system next. And so there they have it, and now we're going to wait and see. I'm pretty sure they're going to go for this system next. And if they do decide to do that, you know what? There's not much we can really do at the moment. And so now we wait. You know what? Actually, forget that waiting. We're pushing. We are going to counterattack that system. And so a little back and forth between the system right now. Guys, oh, there they are. We're going to go ahead and meet them here then. attack them while they're attacking one of our bases. Guys, look at this. Our war exhaustion right now, oh, you probably can't see. Oh, there we go. So our war exhaustion is at 22. Theirs is at 63. And so they're like, oh, what is this? What is this empire? And here we go. We are about to bring the fight to them. Boom, their fleets have retreated. And so let's see what happened here. Our damage output is almost double, but our hit ratio is a little lower. And so that we got to be aware of. They have point defense, but okay, so they do have point defense. Or no, they have coil guns and only coil guns. And so fortunately for me and my fleets, we built a lot of armor, and now we're to gather all of our fleets and we're going to prepare to attack these next two systems here. And actually, better yet, I'm going to attack this one first, and then we're going to use our ships in a different way instead of just using them from the galaxy view mode there. On top of that, we have made first contact with another custom empire, the Batoxians, the Batoxian Trade League. And once again, I say we sense prey. And so we need to win this battle as quickly as possible. All right. We need to start conquering some of these planets, which we've already conquered one now. And so let's bring our armies back over here to this side of the galaxy, because if we reach this Dawntar system, that is going to be another planet in this area that we could conquer. And so yes, now we're attacking this base once again, and that is going to be an easy grab for my species. The big boys have arrived. Got a lot to chew. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Was that your empire, Grandma Pork? The Batoxian Trade League? Oh man, the Batoxians won't be trade partners this time. Just dinner. That's what they'll be trading us. Food. A hive like you should not even have war exhaustion as long as you have material and drones. Why would you ever give up? Just your opinion? I mean, yeah, yes, I would agree with that statement. I agree with that, Terrible Hamster. Like, yeah, they should be like, yeah, that's their life. They're apex warriors. Like, they don't know what surrender is. The way we go to work and we have civilization and we come home and we sleep, for them, it's war. That's their civilization. They wake up and choose violence every morning subconsciously. Is that right? Subconsciously? Of course they are. Yes, the Batoxians. Yes, they were a big deal in the last playthrough that we had, Custom Empires. We'll see how they do in this run now. And so let's see here. For my worlds, we have plenty of jobs available. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell just a bit of these minerals here. And let's try and reinforce our fleets once again. And so here we got a little reinforcement. Look at that, another 6 ships on the way. But yeah, balancing reasons. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Because I can see how that could be very dangerous. And even like forcing status quos and things like that. Yeah, that could be a little juicy. And so here, oh, let's see what happens. Oh yeah, this system is being dominated now. We're gonna go ahead and move our fleets forward, and we have a potential planet from the AI that we can conquer. They have about 12 pops on this world, and here we have come into contact with a enigmatic observer fallen empire. Since we are individuals, it is very hard for us to imagine an overmind. That is true. Yeah, there's no telling what they would even be like. No telling at all. And so in this system as well, there's an Arctic world which will probably not be as habitable for my species. But no worries. And so here is one of their stronger bases, and bingo, we've taken that out. And oh my goodness, that is a capital system that is exposed. We have found an exposed capital system here, and so we're going to go ahead and push in on that as well. I have my armies one system away, and guys, this game is going a lot differently than it was before. Earlier, we were struggling just to beat their fleets now, and geez Louise. Yo, we have now entered their home system already, and we are taking the fight within their borders here, and so this is all they have left to really defend right now, I believe. We have some new tech that decreases Corvette and frigate build costs, along with some other modifiers as well. But let's go with nano mechanics, or you know what? I was told to go with afterburners and increase that speed so that you can evade combat more effectively. And so that'll be our next tech that we go for. And over here on this side of the galaxy, you know what? Let's bring the surveying back to our borders here. And so let's start researching and surveying what's going on this side of the system. Guys, what in the world? Is anybody seeing what I'm seeing right now? What is that? I'm playing with no mods on. Guys, let me know. Is something happening right now, or what is that? What is that? It's a visual glitch. Okay, yeah, on YouTube, Quanfei says this is a glitch. Amadi Porton ID say. Okay, maybe a glitch. I was like, do I remember seeing this earlier on, or did some sort of event just happen? Maybe it's a glitch. I'm not sure. Maybe we could start surveying over here if we can, but all right. That's interesting. Aren't drones still somewhat individual? I think just having a decreased war exhaustion gain would be better. The missiles transcended space and time. Those must be pretty massive missiles if we can see them from our galaxy view. Does it move unpaused? Let's see. What in the world? What in the world just happened right there? If it is a problem, save then reload. Save, copy that. Oh, I've seen that before too. If your fleet is fighting in a system, their battle animations can sometimes go into the galaxy view. Okay, so there we go. I got some friends on YouTube telling me it might be a bug, or it's something to do with my fleets fighting in a system, and their animations go into the galaxy view. I was like, is this new, or did I miss something? But yeah, it's gone now. Vidan, guys on YouTube, everyone, welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. We did a soft reset to the Devouring Swarm playthrough. We got annihilated in the last game pretty much, and I didn't want to just wrap that campaign up like that, and so I think the RNG and just things, RNG, my decisions, hostile empires starting right next to us right away, cut that stream a little shorter, and we are continuing it here with a new, and in this case here, a much better looking start, and we have control of this base here now, and so their home system is up for grabs. We're going to take the remaining of these undefended systems, and I don't know if they have any more habitable worlds nearby, but I see a fleet is coming back to strike. We'll see what happens. Blinked and missed it. Oh yeah, it was something weird. It was like a weird, I thought it was like an exploded star or something. And so, this is a much different relationship with the Batoxians than we had before. They are declaring us rivals, but they're all the way up here, and so I'm hoping that we can maybe contain them a little bit later on, but we do have a leader with a new trait, a growth node. And let's go for that optimization drone since it gives us more resources from jobs. That's always going to be a wonderful trait to have. And let's go ahead and get a head start on getting more housing over our jobs on this world, our home world. And so we're going to build a hive district now. But yeah, housing is going to be a big deal because right now we do not have a lot of it. Get some espionage on them. That sounds like a wonderful idea. And we have not put our envoys to use just yet. But I mean, honestly, like, oh yeah, on the Batoxians. And so they're a cooperative empire. I see. Declare rivalry to a overmind that's about to eat your innards. Yeah, sounds idea. Oh yeah. And so yeah, right away though, we are going to go ahead and get one envoy to establish a spy network on this empire. And for the other empire that's all the way over here, they're cooperative as well. And so I'm going to imagine they're going to be working with the Batoxians, but we'll start some espionage on them as well. Maybe not any operations just yet, but yeah, we'll just start by gathering information on them. Batoxian have declared me a rival, and we say, wonderful, you're helping me increase my influence even more. And so we say thank you for that. The Batoxians unintentionally helping us out. And so let's go ahead and start expanding our borders even more. We're going to jump down here with one of my construction ships. The other is currently, where is my other construction ship? Oh, it's up here as well. Yeah, we're just going to start filling in systems now and getting as many more as we can. And so here we have a spy network formed with the Batoxians, and actually I'm going to move them down here. I want to expand a little bit faster in this direction. Batoxians tend to shake for some unknown reasons. Yeah, I'm not sure. Some portraits it does that for. Here we have just found another pre-FTL civilization. Wonderful. More food. Much more food. And so, yeah, I got my fleets here just kind of attacking all their systems right now. It looks like their fleets are trying to take their base back. And let's actually squash that before they can get that. So it looks like right now we're going to take this next base. Actually, we're out of range of it. Wonderful. And yeah, they got their home system back, which, I mean, I would hope. And so hold up, before we go to them, we're gonna let them come to us. And so right now, they're about to enter through here, and we'll see what they do, because they're about to get an ambush. And so here it is, they're traveling through the system now, and we'll follow them as they jump over there. Here it is, and boom. Oh, can I see it? Can I see it? Please. Here it is, yes, we caught them off guard. And that's going to be an easy dub for the Devouring Swarm. And this time we only destroyed one Corvette, but man, we just have so many more ships than they do right now. And so glad I went ahead and built all those ships right away. Let's go ahead and take this base first. And then we'll jump back over here. Now, I do wish I had a scientist over here to research all this debris. But yeah, right now they're busy surveying the rest of the galaxy. And so, yeah. For our next tech, we have eco simulation available, and so that's going to increase our output for food. For society tech, let's go for the food processing, and then I'm going to jump over to my Unity. We have about 9 more months to go until we complete our first tradition, and so we are almost there. And guys, if you were hanging out in the stream, thank you so much for hanging out. After this tradition that we select, I will be letting the community vote on what ascension perk I should go for first. And then after that, we'll be voting on what tradition I should go for next. And well, actually, you know, we'll probably just do the Ascension perk for now, because I know that I want to go for Unyielding, but you will be able to vote on that on my YouTube channel in the community post tab there. And so, yeah, tune in for that. Give me about an hour to change up some things after the stream and a little bit of time to put together the poll and things like that. But you'll be able to interact with this playthrough. Miguel says, pre-FTL Civ, aka food that can't get out of the plate. Exactly. Exactly, but nothing beats a species that is fighting back and we are winning. Your vote matters. You got that right, Terrible Hamster. And so yeah, you will be able to vote on my next Ascension perk on that tab there. And this time we'll be streaming on Friday next, and so you'll have plenty of time to vote for that. But yeah. All right, so this war is going a lot better than I had planned. Let's get our scientists over here. Let's see, what do we have? We got a few more systems that we can survey, but we need to get down here and expand as quickly as possible because, oh, they have this base. All right, so yeah, these systems have already been taken, or at least a few of them have. This one has as well. Oh, nope, it has it. Or has it? I don't see a base here. Oh, it's a nebula. So yeah, there probably is another empire down here. They haven't taken this system yet. So the sooner we can get down here, the better. And we will get claims on those. You will post a link to the vote in the Discord like usual. I will do that for you, Terrible Hamster, and everyone else in the Discord. Yes. Yes. Just, this is the first time I've done like a reset on a campaign before. And so far it's going well. It is going pretty solid. And so our Admiral has a new trait that we can select. And let's go with Adaptionist 2. We'll select that, increasing experience gain, and let's go ahead and grab our fleets here and begin attacking a few more of these systems, and then we'll come back to their capital world. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first tradition completed, Supremacy. I'm going to keep this Ascension perk open for now, but our fleet is now entering the system, and we're going to land the armies and prepare for our first invasion. And here it is. Let's see how it goes. We outnumber their fleets, and this is going to add more food to my planets, or to my empire. And so there we have it. They're on their last group of fleets. Bingo, baby. That is a fleet for us, or that's a planet for us now. Or actually it's not. What just happened there? This is a Savannah world, and now we have 10 undesirable pops on this planet. Meat's back on the menu, boys. I love that. You know what? I gotta, if I have time tomorrow, I'm going to try and squeeze that as an alert on my stream here. But we're gonna go ahead and replace this ruined research lab with a offspring nest. That way we can get our pops on this world right away, and we'll figure out what to designate that planet to next. Now, since we got that planet pretty easily, let's go ahead and see about, let me see how many armies they have on this world. 371 troops garrisoned on that planet. And so I won't have a lot just yet. But what I'm gonna do for starters here is let's bring our fleets back, and we are going to bombard this planet until we can bring those armies down. And so let's do some damage to the world. Oh, that sounded like an awesome sound redeem. Yes, I got you guys. When I was a kid, man, I mean, I still consider myself a kid now, but man, hearing that orc say that, they used to get me so hype. Them orcs would start running, and then it's just like a stampede. Meat's back on the menu, boys. That's what we're doing right now. We are feasting. Unfortunately, I'm not feasting on all this debris that is being left behind, but oh, look at that. Another desert world. Another dinner plate for my species. Orcs are great, man. One of my favorite fantasy races. Same. And I feel like they always get stereotyped into being like an unintelligent species, but like for me, this is when I like just really started like switching things up with my role plays and Skyrim and things like that, and just fantasy in general. I used to love making like intelligent orcs, letting them have magic, and like imagine being like a high elf and being like, this pathetic orc, get out of my face. And then they're like, Avada Kedavra, and then just fucking shoot you with some lasers or something. I don't know, but that would catch you off guard. Yo, we have another custom empire here. The Tim Curry Space Exodus Empire. They look tasty. We send spray. We'll come back to them later on and feast upon their bones. But right now, we are trying to secure a home world of another empire. We are currently bombarding their planet. We're weakening their garrison. It looks like they are trying to attack us with a baby fleet, and it was not enough. I repeat, it was not enough. Oh, so Tim Curry Space Exodus is actually below me. That's the empire that is below my border here. And so, interestingly, I actually got one of my scientists penned in their borders right now. And so I'm going to imagine they're probably going to close their borders to us as well. Guys, my camera just died, and so we're going to let that recharge for a few seconds before we wrap this thing up here. But my Legion node has a trait. And let's go with the Gale Speed now, because Influence, we're not going to be able to spend it as much as I want to. We only have so many systems that we can expand to, and what we're going to be doing right now is pretty much preparing to conquer some other species. Now, I say that, and I haven't built any ships in a while. Let's launch this agenda and select the Correctional Bisection, which decreases leader maximum negative traits by -2, and it removes negative traits from rulers and counselor nodes. And so once we launch that, that'll be extra juicy. That'll help my leaders out. We have that Ascension perk that I'm letting you guys vote on. You say that you can always dump that influence into habitats later on anyway. That is absolutely correct as well, but I'm hoping that we can just devour other planets at a rate that's so fast that we become too strong too fast, and we just, instead of going for habitats, we just go for other empires' worlds. And so let's go ahead and reinforce our fleets. Found the YouTube of the meats back on the menu clip. Perfect. Thank you, Terrible Hamster. And let's queue up some more ships here. And so I've been going really heavy on the missile ships. There we go. And we'll add a few more of those there and reinforce all of these. And now we have about a bazillion Corvettes on the way. A whole lot of Corvettes incoming. And we're going to see if we can, you know what? I'm not even worried if they connect their borders here. They're just going to save us influence, because I'll probably conquer them later on. I'm sorry, Tim Curry Space Exodus, but your pops are soon going to be mine. All right, and so let's go with expansion minded. Actually, we're not going to be building as many outposts here, and so physics focus will probably be a good option to go for next. Okay, and so we got some new tech here. Let's go with drone command centers, increasing max occupation garrisons. It's going to increase that by 2. And then let's go back to our fleets up here to the top, because we are at war with the species. We're still bombarding their planet. Yeah, we got ridiculous influence. It's insane because our power projection is just so freaking high. All right, so that garrison is starting to drop down a little bit. We actually outnumber their troops, but we're gonna go ahead and continue bombarding their world until they are a little bit, until we know that we can just completely override them. All right, and we see here that they got another fleet on the way, but it's still not going to match anywhere near our power. And before that fleet even reaches here, let me see what their fleet's at now. 268. Let's see if we can get a pass here on invading their world. Will it be enough? I'm not sure, but we're gonna go ahead and try and land our armies there as soon as possible. Like a weird Yelp reviewer, Batoxian's kind of chewy. 3 stars. I like that. We're gonna go ahead and rate the other species by how they taste. Okay, and so still holding off on building any more jobs on these worlds until we get some more pops. Here we got about 5 jobs available, and so sure, putting an energy grid on there so that we can increase our energy credits will be wonderful for this planet. Well, not just for the planet, but my empire in total. And let's grab our science ships and let's go ahead and continue. You know what? Let's see what we can do here. I wonder if we can go ahead and just, you know what? I don't want to do it that way. When it comes to projects, I kind of like to manually research them myself. And so we'll start with the projects that take the least amount of time to research. And then in a lot of these systems, we're going to have to breed, especially the systems that we've been going to war in. And so we're going to try and research whatever is available, hopefully in time. Let's return this scientist who's currently trapped behind hostile borders. And let's go ahead and select our next level, our trait for our scientists. And so that archaeologist drone is going to be a must for all of my scientists right now, especially since, again, we will be researching those projects. Let me see if my armies landed here. They sure have. And ladies and gentlemen, we have conquered another world. Oh my goodness. Oh, hold up. I gotta turn my camera on because look at the food we are getting from this world. Oh, I didn't switch the screen here. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, I didn't got so hyped. I had to switch. I switched the wrong screen here. Wow, we are at 498 food. We were at 17 before we took over that planet. Woo! Yo, I am sorry. That is insanity right there. Oh my goodness. Yo. That tasty biopurging is so much food. Oh my god. On top of that, bro, how many pops and how many per pop? So for starters, I'm at 123 pops right now. To the winner goes the spoil or fresh food. Yes. So many burritos. Oh my goodness. Here, let's go to it. Man, that one planet right now. This is a complete change. Oh man. So we're currently purging 65 pops. Wow. Guys, we got to stop the stream here. All right, this is too hype. I am way too hype right now. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. Guys, thank you so much for the tips and tricks. This is completely different. This is very different. All right. We got these geckos. They're Fanatic Purifiers, but yo, we just look at them as extra spicier food. We've already taken multiple worlds. We are feasting on other species. Tune in for some more Stellaris. Go to that YouTube channel if you want to vote. There will be a poll here. If it's not up tonight, it will be up tomorrow morning ASAP. I try to make content right after my streams here. I'm Alpha Delete, guys. Thank you so much for everyone that came through with the raids today. If you're watching this on YouTube, please feel free to leave me some tips and tricks on things that I could or should do in our next Stellaris stream for the Devouring Swarm. And yo, I'm about to wrap this up here, but I'm going to be dropping a raid, and so you'll see my end channel if you're watching this on Twitch here. Just hang out for a second, and I'm going to wrap this up here. But man, yeah, I got to leave this on a cliffhanger. I got to head to work tomorrow, guys. I will see you all later. We'll be back on Friday with some more Stellaris. Now, we're going to be dropping this raid here now. I will be switching my scenes here. And yo, toodles.